I want him to have a great experience playing, and whatever that means and wherever it takes him, you don't really know. So I can already know that he loves it and he has the passion for it, and we'll always have that relationship. You know, KD is right now, I think the best player in the world, and I think he showed that in the NBA Finals. And take nothing away from LeBron, he's been one of the all-time greats. But
my back's hurting for LeBron right now.
Why? Because you think he was
carrying? Yeah, he carried them. Right? But Michael Jordan, all he had was Scottie Pippen, who's a top 50 player of all time, right?
That's not all he had. He had Horace Grant was a good player. So
he was a one-time
Steve
All-Star.
Kerr was a good. But the credibility of this interview is going down by what you're saying. So could we back off some of your statements? Because if you look at the '80s. The Lakers, the Celtics, they were super teams.
Okay, that's
right?
fine.
They were just constructed differently.
But those were equal, though. Those were equal. They
equal?
went back and forth in championships. The only team that was superior was probably the '86 Celtics. That's probably they were just so much better than the Lakers. Besides that, there's no way.
Bobby's always happy. He's got a good smile. He's always fun to be around. Really good heart. Always asking you how you doing, how you feeling. Very, very unselfish kid. I think he values the time that we spend together as a family. He loves to play. Loves basketball. I know Fortnite figures into that equation on some level now. You let me parachute in the one day, and then you took the remote from me, right? You knew I wasn't good, so you needed to get your guy moving, right?
Yeah. I brought the Xbox in like a hotel room and I was playing it, and he was watching. He was studying me. Got a win. The win was exciting. So.
At a very early age, we had a basket in the backyard of the house I was living in Florida, and. I saw very early on that he would go out there and shoot hundreds of shots, even when he was like 3 or 4 years old, and so we would go out there and do that. And one of the most fun things was coaching his PAL team in Florida. Was for 5 and 6 year olds. I did a couple of practices coaching that at night, and then he had games on the weekend. But that's where the snack was very important. That was the most critical. But forget about the drills and everything else. Doing the basketball, you had to have a good snack for the kids when they were done. He just always wanted to be in the gym, and it was a way for us to connect and spend time.
Me and him, we always hang out. It's light. We can watch basketball together, watch cooking shows, argue about KD and LeBron. Like every time, so I'm kind of like a mama's boy. My dad's like my best friend. My mom's like, just like I can always go to her.
It's a blessing just to have people that are invested in what you're doing, and they realize it's a passion of mine, and I love doing what I'm doing, and they've been very supportive of that, and they've sacrificed for that. Bobby's traveled quite a bit over the years, and same thing goes for my daughters and my wife. They're at just about every game they can be, and I'll glance over there, and they're during those games when we're in a tough spot. It's great to know you have that type of support system.
Whenever he seems like too nervous, I'll put the mic up to him like that. Just to get him out of his little funk.
If we're playing Kansas, he knows where my anxiety levels are, and he knows the right buttons to push, as Bobby even mentioned, with the microphone thing that he does. He's just got a way, though, of calming me down, too, and understand that breaking the tension some as we're leading into the game. Those hours before the game are just awful for me to go through as I'm preparing, and he kind of balances me out in a positive way. Having him around is always great.
Yeah, we watch the game after when we get home. We usually watch the game together.
Who has the highest basketball IQ in the house?
I think probably me overall.
You're still a young Jedi.
No, I think I branched out a little bit more.
I mean, he's got the greatest potential to surpass what I might have known and picked up over the years. And again, when you start out 3 years old or so, and you're talking about basketball, and you're at a great place like Arizona State, and Bobby definitely has a chance to move past me at some point, I would imagine.
I want to do something with media / basketball, maybe an analyst or sportscaster. It'd be pretty cool.
I just think he's got a great heart, you know, and you know, he's got such a great future ahead of him, and it's just great to have such a great relationship with him. You know, I look forward to, you know, every opportunity to spend time, you know, with Bobby, and I think I'm very lucky that I do a job that I could even spend more time with him and just have him around. And
I mean, he could easily block me out from his job, and he always brought me in, always made me feel like I was at home, and just how much he cares for me. Happy Father's Day from the Hurleys. Forks up. I've watched a couple of his games.
you said I was too basic, right?
Yeah, all he has is the in and out
like
cross.
when you talk about your bag, right? You got.
Yeah.
I didn't have enough in my bag.
His bag was like a really good short, yeah, in and out cross behind the back. That's it. He's alright.
Saw some highlights too, right?
Yeah, no, there's like highlight tapes on YouTube too, where he'll just like destroy like lower teams that don't matter.
Well, I grew up a big Celtic fan in the '80s, and had a lot of my teammates that I played with were Laker fans, and that was what I grew up on. And Larry Bird was always my favorite player.
I'm probably like a Russell Westbrook. I've always been a little bit of an OKC fan. I love Russell Westbrook.
But as a player too, when I played in the NBA, Iverson was a guy that I loved.
Probably money bag. It's like you hold the bag out and you throw the money out. It's pretty.
Well, what about the threes? What do you have for that when Trey or Shannon or Cody hit?
I mean, I had the bowling ball. Bowling ball is a classic. Holsters. I mean, there's a lot of go-tos, honestly. I can go to a lot of different places. Yeah, I would win right now.
I mean, I still wouldn't give an inch. I wouldn't give in. I would.
No, right now it would be no contest.
So you don't think I could get a few stops?
No, I'm too athletic.
As far as back then, I don't really remember. At that age, Bobby, you're probably taller than me at the same stage.
Yeah. Because aren't you like 5'3"?
I don't think I was that.
5'2"?
Sure.
Oh yeah, no, I can't work out with him.
He's,
I feel like everything he's saying is just a jab. I just want to kill him every time he says something.
He doesn't like too that
I
try and show him things.
Like he'll say something and then I'll do it like 0.1% wrong. They'll be like, he just loves showing it just to show like, oh, I can still do a crossover. Just like stuff like that.